Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I hope your day has been good. Got some rest. I have a newborn, so rest isn't really in my vocabulary much right now. But I did do something today, and I want to share because I'm hoping that someone will be able to either relate to it or glean from it. So I want to talk about, I want to bring some encouragement into what's going on in our country right now, but also talk about how to handle when God says no to our prayers. So first off, in September, husband and I went to a prayer event. What was it called? I forget what the name of it was called. Jonathan Kahn put it on, and there was a ton of people there. Franklin Graham was there, and what they did was they did a prayer walk down the entire stretch of the mall, from the Capitol, or from the Washington Monument down to the Capitol. And along the way, they would stop and pray about a specific thing at different points along the walk. It was really amazing. There was hundreds of thousands of people there. And for a week straight, there had been smaller events that were going on. And people were praying. Hey, Annette, thanks for joining me. But this day, this weekend, it was Saturday. I believe it was September 26th. It was Saturday. And this particular day was like the big day of the event. And for 16 hours straight, people were praying. They had huge stages going on. People were praying, blowing shofars, fellowshipping, petitioning to the Lord. And the thing about it is, there was one specific topic. It was a call to repentance for our country, but we were praying and petitioning to the Lord on behalf of our president of the United States and our country. And there was this moment where I was standing there and I was looking around. I was closer to the Capitol at this point because we had just followed Franklin Graham from one end to the other. I was, in September, I was 7 months pregnant. This last pregnancy was really hard. So, as the husband was following Franklin Graham, and they were moving fast. I was like running along 7 months pregnant. I couldn't even believe I was moving as fast as I was at that time. I had severe hip issues this time, so I don't even know how I did it, but hey, it happened. So by the time I made it down to the Capitol area, I was so tired, my feet hurt so bad. But I was looking around, and just the sheer magnitude of the people, the amount of people that were there in prayer. And I thought to myself, the other side doesn't have this. They don't have this faith, and they don't have this energy and wherewithal to gather together in prayer the way that we do. And I was sure that President Trump was going to win. I mean, I knew that there was a 50-50 chance. It's kind of like the gender of your baby. You can feel one way or the other, but you got a 50-50 chance, right? But I was sure. I was like, yeah, he's going to take this. It just was so overwhelming in that moment. And yet here we are today. I sit here talking with you, and we're getting ready in 5 days to inaugurate someone other than President Trump. So yesterday was really hard for me because I was watching the circus called impeachment from the Democrats, and I don't watch the news much at all. I don't watch much TV, but I definitely don't watch the news. There's a couple sources that I stay in touch with, but they're all not mainstream media. But yesterday, I kind of got drawn in to the impeachment, and without a lawyer, without due process, without cause, these people got up there and person after person lied and lied and lied and lied. And it was infuriating. And I could feel my emotions igniting. And I was getting angry. And I was on fire. I mean, I was just so angry. And so today, I really had to evaluate where I was in my mind space, in my spirit, what I needed to do to kind of bring myself back to a place of peace and calm and knowing that all is well. So I took a walk. It's a beautiful day today. I went and took a walk, did some praying, and some things came to me, and I wanted to share them with you. Because if nothing else, it is really important that we make sure that we're focusing on taking care of ourselves in the midst of everything that's going on. And right now, we've got a plethora of emotions going on. There's people who are severely depressed about the situation. I dealt with depression in my life for years before the Lord really brought healing. But there are times where I have to be conscious and be aware and pivot when I feel myself going towards that path. There was a moment in my life where I told a sister, I was like, I feel like depression is always waiting around the corner for me. And she said, yeah, it probably is. Super blunt. I love that. She said, but you know what else? Joy is waiting around the other corner, and you can choose joy. And there's sometimes where I have to keep, every time I get to the corner, I have to keep choosing joy. I have to keep choosing joy. I have to keep choosing joy. It doesn't come automatically. I have to actively choose, And so there's a plethora of emotions. There's depression. There's anger. There's rage. There's sadness. There's an energy in people. There's an igniting fire in people to want to do more, do something. But we want to make sure that we're in a good, right place with the Lord in everything that we do. And making sure that we focus on taking care of ourselves is a big thing. So that's why I went on the walk today, kind of cleared my head, got in my prayer with the Lord, and I wanted to share this. So as I was saying, that while I was standing in DC that day and all of this prayer was going on, and this huge event was going on, and I was just like, wow, this is so amazing. He's going to win. Now we hear, and the fact of the matter is that God said no to all of those people who were praying, and not just those people from around the world were praying for our president to win. And here we are, and the Lord said no. The thing about it is, this doesn't mean that the Lord doesn't have our best in mind. In fact, it's the complete opposite. There's a purpose. There's always a purpose to what he does. We know that he brings beauty from ashes. We know that he always has a plan. We know that he never wastes anything. So he's not going to waste this fraud. He's not going to waste brokenness of any kind. He's always going to use it in some way that's going to be very beautiful. And I wanted to give you this analogy that came to me. I don't know if you've ever seen a tapestry. They're absolutely epic in beauty proportions. I'm telling you, they're beautiful. The mastery behind tapestry is... It's like a sunset. I mean, it's so beautiful. However, if you flip it over, it's an absolute disaster. It's a mess. It's like you have just threads that are over, under, twisting, turning, dangling. It just looks like a hot mess. And I really encourage you to actually Google this. the backside of a tapestry, just so you can see a picture of what I'm talking about, because it is a hot mess, the backside of a tapestry. But when you turn it over, it is something that you could gaze upon for hours, days. And this is why people use them. This is why they have them hanging, because the beauty of them is so epic. But that's kind of what I want to touch on, is the backside of it, right? Because we don't have the full picture right now. We don't know exactly what's going on as far as God's plan goes, but we have to stay. And I think that's why it's so important that we stay focused on Him, because we are on the backside of the tapestry. We don't have the full view of things the way He does. And it's easy to get into a place where we're like, what is going on? I prayed for this. The Lord said no. It looks like everything is just going to be totally destroyed, which we do know that at the end of the day, everything is going to be destroyed and things are only going to wax worse. But even in those waxing worse times, the Lord's people have an innate ability to have joy anyway in those trials, to have joy that doesn't even make sense, to have a peace that doesn't even make sense. We have that privilege. And now is the time to really be still and know that He is God, and to take care of ourselves, and in every moment of that self-care, connecting with the Lord in it. And sometimes that can be anything. That can be something super basic, like getting up and taking a shower, combing your hair, brushing your teeth. If you have kids, if you've got a busy household, there's times where you don't get to take a shower. And sometimes you're taking a shower, but you're taking a shower with your children. So take a shower by yourself. Go for a walk. Do something new with your hair. It could be something, so just get 15 minutes, 20 minutes of alone time, quiet time. And in each one of these moments, connect with the Lord, because right now is a tumultuous time, and it seems like every hour something new is coming out. And it's scary, because the amount of information that is coming in from every direction so quickly, and not only are we being bombarded with information, but then we're having to figure out which information is true, which information is false. We're having to combat the people who have already told us that the information is false, but it really is true, and we have to combat them. There's so many different facets and aspects to the state of our country, to the state of our world in general right now, that I just wanted to bring some encouragement to you and say, now is such a time to be still, know that He is God. Look up tapestry, the backside of a tapestry, not just tapestry, but the backside of a tapestry. I'll tell you, that is where we are. And it's such an amazing, I'm glad you like that, Pamela. Thank you for joining me, because, it's really, it can be really disheartening, and it's really easy to just give up. It's really easy to just give in to our anger. And it's okay to have these emotions that we have. It's okay to be confused, like what is going on. It's okay to not know everything, but to still be able to have that peace in the Lord and know that He has our well-being in mind. And we don't know what it's going to look like, but we do know for sure that the front side of that tapestry is absolutely epic. So I wanted to share that real quick. I have to hop off here, so this is going to be pretty short, but I hope this can be encouraging. And yeah, I want a tapestry too. I need to have one, and I'd probably hang it backwards so that I could see the backside of it, because I love, a couple of key core things in my life are transparency and just complete transparency, that honesty, because it's not just with other people, but with the Lord. Because what do we see in the book of Genesis when the fall happened? The first question that the Lord asked was, "What have you done?" Not as if he didn't know, but because he fully expects us to be fully transparent and fully honest. And if we can't be honest about our own struggles and our things that we're going through, then, I don't want other people to feel like they're alone. I know that I feel like I'm alone sometimes until I actually open up and I tell somebody and they're like, yeah, I'm dealing with that too. And this is how I handle it, or we can do it together, or we can communicate about it. But if we can't be transparent, then we can't really grow. We can't move forward and together holding hands, So, I just wanted to share with you guys, this is kind of where I've been, definitely after yesterday. What a horrible day. I was on fire. My personal Facebook page, I was just like shooting out all these posts that were just drenched in a rage against what I was seeing, and I really had to bring it down. Bring it down and go take a big breather and be still. And so I want to share that with you, and I hope you're encouraged. And I will see you back here tomorrow. I'm trying to come on every day and just kind of connect. And yeah. So I hope you guys have a good evening. I'm hoping to get dinner on the table a little earlier tonight. So I will talk to you soon. And God bless. Bye.